Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. And this is Dembele. Oh, can he get onto this? Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Cole Palmer could be standout here, Peter. We sometimes see him in a centre-forward position, but I like to see him play from the right side of attack, because that enables him then to be able to just drift inside on his left foot and then open up the pitch to see what he can deliver from there. And he's expert once he does tuck into those little spaces and pick out whoever's making the runs. And for that reason, I think he could be crucial.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Lukaku. And here's Nunez. And no, he's seen through all of that. Upamecano, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, that's delightful. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Danilo. And here's Nunez. Oh, nice touch. And it's Mendes. He's rising! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defence.
Nunez! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Lukaku. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rafa Silva. Bellanova. Nunez. Caicedo. Nicely weighted ball. And he's found a way past. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, it's Dembele. There's the shot! Goal! Feyenoord! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
A first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Vitoria certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Valverde. Caicedo. Rafa Silva. Lukaku. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played.
It's Lukaku! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Darwin, probing pass. That is good alertness. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So it's back to business.
Vitoria have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He is through here. That is headed for the middle. Vermin. Caicedo. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Doué. There's a sharp little ball here. Stood up well to him there. And he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Feyenoord! And they get themselves in front! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's Lukaku. Doué. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Palmer. He's found a way through. Feyenoord are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Nicked it back promptly. Caicedo. Fabian Ruiz has been caught there, it's a foul. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lukaku. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Lukaku. Nunez. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Caught offside that time. Dembele might just make this. And it's Silva. Rafa Silva. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Palmer. Vermeer. This is a promising build-up. Valverde. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Van der Ven deals with that comfortably. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Darwin. That's an imaginative pass. Good ball over the top. Henderson clears it away. Doué. Fabian Ruiz. And this is Lukaku. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Dembele. And it's Doué. He's in a great position here. Can he get it through? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Nuno Mendes. Tar calmly anticipates. Tar's somewhat off target. That has not gone well. And this is Silva. Dembele. And that pass just didn't quite work. And this is Silva. And it's Lopez. Vitoria could be just about done here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Danilo gets across to intercept that. Just eases him off the ball. Tar cuts out the pass. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. He might be in here!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And here's Dembele. Van der Ven does well not to be outdone there. Belanova. 1 minute to add, according to the board. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And that's that. Vitoria can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Vitoria, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where stands.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Cole Palmer could be standout here, Peter. We sometimes see him in a centre-forward position, but I like to see him play from the right side of attack, because that enables him then to be able to just drift inside on his left foot and then open up the pitch to see what he can deliver from there. And he's expert once he does tuck into those little spaces and pick out whoever's making the runs. And for that reason, I think he could be crucial.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And here's Dembele. And it's Valverde. Oh, cracking ball. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Feyenoord! And it's Feyenoord who take the lead. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Feyenoord gain their reward with an early goal. And it's been played through. It's Dembele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Well, he was sure he was going to pull that off.
Caicedo. Quarter of an hour played. He's shifting through the gears here. Doué, he's played it back. Tchouaméni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Lukaku. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Fermin.
Vitoria are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Van de Ven. And it's Lukaku. Now it's Darwin.
Pretty robust defending.
Valverde has created one goal already. Now it's Palmer. It's a searching pass. Dembele! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 10.
Vitoria choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
Feyenoord are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to...
Oh, good climb! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Nunez.
Lukaku really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's having a shot! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! That was a given, it always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vitoria cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Looking for options for movement. Vitoria have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Shot, surely! And it's in! Vitoria are back in business!
Nunez really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Tries to play it through. Oh, super find. He has found the way through. Great chance! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Timber, quality ball. Great vision. Cute ball. Now, how can he reach it? Chance for a shot! Goal! Feyenoord! Into the lead once more. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Rafa Silva. Oh, that's a fine interception. Valverde. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde. And that brings the first half to a close. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Vitoria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Rafa Silva, he's found the way through. Rafa Silva crosses. Nunez! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
The most accurate pass. Caicedo. And here's Dembele. Now it's Palmer. Lopez. Pacho did well to stay calm there. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Darwin. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, that's superb. Big chance! Incredible! Just incredible!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Both teams having to rewrite their plans and start from scratch here. Plenty of food for thought for both managers.
Dembele. And this is Dembele. Has a look and plays it forward.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's beautifully weighted. Ball is over the line.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 7. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa
Victoria
27.
will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Nunez is herring after that one. Victoria perhaps contemplating their next change here. Nice interception, well timed. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's been cut out, well played. Threads one in, and it's been played through. Fabian Ruiz. Rodgers. And this is Lukaku.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Victoria clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Caicedo. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Robinson gets across to intercept that. And here's Dembele. Dembele proves just a little bit too strong. Spread to the right.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Surely now! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Tries to pass it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substituição em campo. Camisa
So we have
5,
movement on both benches.
Camisa 13, camisa 19. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 28, camisa 16, camisa 26. Teremos uma substituição.
Now it's Guirassy, spread out to the left, aimed beyond the defence, and he shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's Doué.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Foram indicados 2 minutos
And that's
de
a goal kick.
acréscimo.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Fernandez. And it's Doué. Tacho. And that'll be the end of that. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.